So, like, the topic of this video, right, is something I feel like that many people are currently experiencing or always have questions about or always wondering about, right? Kind of in the sense of we are always attempting to achieve something or better ourselves. And at least in my case, and I feel like in a lot of people's cases, it's coming to failure, right? Where, for instance, you want to better your grades, you want to work out more, you want to eat healthier, you want to start your own business, start an organization, right? You want to make better relationships, form better friendships. You have set goals in your mind and you can't follow through. So I think specifically when it comes down to the Gen Z generation, right? Generation Z or Gen Alpha, I've noticed a pattern within us where I feel like many kids nowadays are really driven to accomplish different goals. But when it comes down to actually following through with the goals, it never happens, right? And why? Why is that? I think it's because we are consistently exposed to the easiness of life, right? We have social media addiction. We have addiction to nicotine. We have addiction to alcohol. We just have genuine addictions all around us. Our environment is surrounded by that. It's assumed that that is just a natural way around life, right? We need to follow with the structure of what is going on in our environment. But again, when you think about it, right, why is the 1% doing better than 99%? Why is that when you follow with the community, right, when you follow the pattern of what your environment is following, you end up actually not accomplishing your goals? Why is that, right? It's because when you're consistently exposed to these easy pleasures, to these consistent pleasures, to the idea of addiction, right, where you're consistently exposed to nicotine, social media, alcohol, all these different things, right, when you form these addictions and you kind of assume that your reality, that everything around you is easy, you never actually accomplish anything. You don't understand what it's like to push yourself towards a goal, to be disciplined. And I think that a big part of this generation is that we have insane motivation. We are motivated to accomplish things, but when it comes to following through, we don't. We assume that everything is going to come easy, right? We assume that with life, you get things, right? It just naturally comes to you, right? You want the easy way out. You want to find a way to get around everything through an easy pattern. You want to be lazy, in a way, really. You want to spend less energy doing things. And why is that? Why is it that we spend so much little energy on things that we want to accomplish? Why is it that we choose the lazy path over the disciplined path? Why is it that we choose what is going to be easiest for us rather than what is going to actually get us that success? For instance, the idea of New Year's resolution. It's New Year's, I'm going to go work out every single day during this year. I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to get the dream body. New Year's comes around, right? And I notice this when I go to the gym. Months beforehand, right? Like right now. It's not that packed. But the second New Year's comes around, suddenly all these people are motivated to go to the gym. Where does the discipline go? Where does the discipline go? It's the laziness. It's the lack of expectations for yourself. You don't believe that you are capable of making it through this because you're consistently surrounded by these easy and very lackluster pleasures. You are consistently following what is your environment? What am I going to be able to accomplish within minutes, right? What can I do that is easy, right? What can I do? And consistently thinking and having that mindset of I want the easiest way out of this. I want the easy path. I want the easy way. I want to be able to accomplish this without having to work for it, right? We don't like working for things. We don't like getting things done through hard work. When in reality, like that's the only way around it, right? That's the only way you can achieve anything. The only way you can get a job is by working tirelessly, making a good resume, calling the right people, making the good connections, going to networking events, doing the stuff, get the job. The only way you're going to create a business, put in the effort, okay? Learn how to control the market that you're working in. Learn how to control the niche. Learn how to work around the people, right? Do your research. Then you have to build a marketing team. You have to learn how to do the research. You have to learn how to do all these things. We don't want to. We don't want to learn. We don't like the idea of spending time tirelessly learning how to do certain things. We're lazy. And when you're lazy, when you don't care, when you don't pay attention, you're not going to achieve anything. So what's the solution to gaining discipline? What's the solution to overcoming the idea of easy pleasure? Realistically, there's no formula for it. The only way that you achieve discipline, the only way that you learn how to focus yourself, how to become the best version of yourself is by changing the mindset that you have, okay? It's about noting, okay, I am a good human and I am capable and I am powerful and I am strong and I am a boss and I am a beast. See yourself as the person that you want to be. See yourself as the version of yourself that is the best. And when you start seeing yourself as that person, suddenly all the shit that is going on around you will start to turn with your mindset, okay? Your confidence, it will radiate into your activities. When you know what you're capable of, when you have the confidence of it, when you convince yourself that I am this type of person, that ideology of I can't accomplish this, or that ideology of I don't want to work for this, it will naturally go away. Because suddenly you are achieving things, suddenly you are accomplishing things. Not only does it have to be a mindset change in the sense of I am a confident individual, it also has to be a mindset change in the sense of realizing that shit doesn't come easy, okay? It doesn't only have to be the idea of I can accomplish anything, it also has to be the idea of not only can I accomplish anything, but I am also willing, I love myself so much, I care about my future so much, I know what I deserve, that I am willing to put my energy and work for it. Okay, I am willing to spend hours every single day mastering a skill, going to the gym, eating healthy, right? I am willing to put my energy towards this goal every single day. I am willing to put in the 1,000 hours. I am willing. When you change that mindset, when you become the person who not only believes in themselves and knows what they're capable of, when you become the person who's willing to put in the time, who's willing to put in the effort, suddenly your life will change. I remember when I was a little kid and I used to get really, really bad grades, right? And this is one of those things where, again, it depends on your goals, but I'm just going off of what I know. I used to get really bad grades. I used to not care about school whatsoever. And I was always told, I can't accomplish this, I can't achieve this. That was my mindset, that was my mindset, that was my mindset. I was always thinking to myself, I cannot get this grade. I don't care enough about myself to get this grade. I don't care enough to study enough. I don't care enough to learn, to pay attention. And when you do that, when you limit yourself up here, you will produce the results that you expect from yourself. And that is the simple matter of it, realistically, because when it comes to achieving your goals, when it comes to getting to the level that you love of yourself, it's all about where is your mind at? What are you thinking? What are you capable of? All up here. It's all up here. Your brain is controlling 90% of your life. Okay? Your choices control 90% of your life. The decisions you make influence everything that happens. Everything. Okay? You need to be able to decide for yourself what is best for me. What am I willing to do? What am I capable of doing? And follow through. Alright, well, that's it. Have a good one, y'all.